Alright, so this week is going to be a lot of unboxings of packages from Gamestop because I have several orders that I placed over the last couple weeks that have taken quite a long time to come in. They're all starting to come in this weekend, so expect a lot of packages from a bunch of different orders. So that's a bummer. I can't pick it up today because their trade system is down. Alright, so we got some more pickups. I was going to film another clip after I went to GameStop, but I was doing other stuff, so I have a couple pickups to show off. First, the stuff I picked up at GameStop, and then some more packages. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on the Switch. I've never played this one. I know it was a big mainstay on the Wii, but I never actually played Skyward Sword, so I'm excited to be able to jump in. And apparently the new controls are actually pretty good, so I'm excited to try it out. Okay, let's get to these packages. So I've got two more packages from GameStop. One has, I think, 2 or 3 games, and one has 4. I don't remember. But let's see the conditions on these bad boys. This one has 3 games in it, so let's pull them out one by one. Starting off, you'll recognize this one. We have Collection of Mana on the Switch. I picked it up again. This time I'm planning on keeping it. I got this in an earlier GameStop. I think it was a buy two get one, and traded it in because I had a game that I wanted more coming out and I wasn't sure when I was going to play it. But for the bargain that I got this for, I figured, you know what, it's worth picking up again. I only paid $15 for this, which I think the last time I picked it up for at least $20. So $15, pretty solid for Collection of Mana. It includes 3 games, all classic JRPGs, so I'm excited to own this once again in my personal collection. That's nice. All right, next one up. All right, another complete copy. We have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. Now, I have heard mixed things about this game. It was originally released on the Wii and then was ported to everything as an HD remaster. I got it mostly because it was really cheap. I think I only paid like $8 for it. And I'm gonna be getting the new one that's coming out this fall on the Switch, which is Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 and Deluxe Remastered. So I figured, well, I might as well try, because I've never played the Super Monkey Ball franchise. So I might as well play this. I was going to try to get it on the Switch, but the Switch copy was $10 more. So I figured I'll get it on Xbox. I only paid $8, and as you can see, it normally retails for $24. So solid pickup. And then the last game, and this one was just dirt cheap, and I really couldn't figure out why. But again, I figured, you know, it looks kind of fun. I've seen it in the Walmart bargain bin forever, but never below $20. So when I found it for as cheap as I did, I figured, you know, let's just go for it. We have G.I. Joe Operation Blackout on the Xbox One. This is a co-op third-person shooter where you play as different characters from G.I. Joe. I heard it's pretty decent. Looks fun. It's a good co-op game, and I only paid like $6 for it, like a ludicrously low amount. Because it was $8.99 on sale for a week, and then I got an additional 20% off, so it was really cheap. So I figured, you know, for a co-op game, might as well pick it up, take a look, and it has a card in it. I mean, it looks basically brand new, except for it doesn't have the seal, so. Nice trio of games there to add to the collection. Those are the ones that I picked up with Balan Wonderworld. So here's the next one, and this is the first part of a pretty sizable package that I got, because at one point GameStop was doing a deal of the day. If you pick out 5 PlayStation 4 games, 2 of them are free, which is a pretty solid deal if you want to pad a collection to be able to pick out 5 games and get 2 for free. So I of course did that, and I had to add some additional padding to make it a full like $35 so I could get free shipping. The first game that I picked up was Wasteland 2 on the Xbox One. That was just a padding game because it was super cheap. These were the first 2 of the PS4 games I picked up, and the last 3 as well as 1 Xbox One game are going to be coming, I believe, tomorrow. So the first one we have, oh, and it's loose and in a generic case. That's unfortunate. I heard good things about this game too, but We'll find out for sure. Battle Chasers NIGHTWAR on the PS4. It looks interesting. Apparently it's like a cool turn-based RPG that a lot of people just haven't been talking about. It was 10 bucks. And I was trying to go for like cheaper PS4 games, so I figured, you know, for 10 bucks, why not? It looked like an interesting game that I might check out. So there we go. This one is complete though, although this one is also loose. Why are all the discs loose in this package? I don't know why. Another game that I don't know much about but looks interesting called Genesis Alpha 1. Apparently it is a like space building game, but also first-person shooter. There's a lot of stuff involved in this. It was a cheap game, 10 bucks. I think this might have been one of my freebies, actually. But again, it's a game I didn't have that looked interesting, so I figured let's add it to the collection, pad it even more. So there you go, 5 more games to add to the collection. We still have 4 more coming tomorrow. So almost done with all these GameStop pickups. They'll be done soon. But I'm pretty content with adding these plus my 2 new Switch games. I've got 4 Switch games I added to my collection this week, which is pretty good because the Switch is not a cheap platform to collect on right now. It's pretty pricey. So I'm glad that I was able to add 4 for really good prices. So pretty happy with that. So tomorrow we're going to have the final package, and then we'll do a full recap of everything that I picked up for the week. Alright, we are back and we have our final package from GameStop. So like we've been doing, I'm going to open these up, check condition, and then we're going to do the massive recap where I talk about everything that I picked up over the week, and we're going to kind of speed through that to get to the total values and everything. So here we go. We're starting off with Infinite Air with Mark McMorris, a snowboarding game on the Xbox One. It's complete. This was kind of a throw-in game. I needed this package to hit at least $35, and this one was cheap. It was like $5. I think I got it for $4. So not terrible. I am going to start going through the values of these. Now, some of these values aren't necessarily accurate. I put the complete value here. So if I misquote it, or if I tell you, if the number that you see on the screen is different from the number that I'm saying, it's because the condition is different. So the value is a little different, but you'll see. Anyway, this game paid $4. It's worth about $7. So nice little start, and it's complete. So I'm always happy about that. Next up, we have a complete PS4 game, Hidden Agenda on the PS4. So apparently this is I didn't know Supermassive made this. That's kind of cool. Essentially, it is a game, like a detective game, where you play with your friends and you're trying to take out a serial killer with up to 5 players. That's interesting. I know nothing about it. It just sounded kind of like a cool idea, and it was in the $10 range. It is complete. Paid $10 for this game, and it's only worth $6. So it doesn't have exactly the most value, but that's okay. I think it'd be kind of a fun game to try out with a group of people, but it is complete, so nice, another additional PS4 game to add to the collection. I got 2 more games. Next one, also complete, Warhammer Vermintide. This is a 3-player co-op action game set in the Warhammer universe. It was cheap, it was $10. I heard good things about it, so I figured, you know, might as well add it to the collection. This was one of my freebies, and it's worth $9. So, another solid pickup. Last game, let's see if it is complete. It is complete. And this was surprisingly the big score of that whole bundle, which I know nothing about this game. Looks interesting though. But apparently it's worth a lot of money, or more than I paid for sure. A game called Valfaris on the PS4. This is it looks like a heavy metal pixel art kind of bullet hellish game. Looks cool, looks very indie. I paid $10 for this, and this is worth $19. So GameStop is really slipping on the price of this game. So Valfaris, another interesting, unique PS4 game to add to my constantly growing PS4 collection. So all the values are accurate because every single game that I got today is complete. So pretty happy about that. Anyway, now we're going to go over everything else that I picked up for the week. For starters, I'm going to talk about the trade-ins. I picked up several games at different pawn shops to trade in. So I picked up GTA 5 for $5. It was worth $10.40 in trading credit. Mortal Kombat 11 I picked up for $7, it was worth $9.10. Mafia 3 I picked up for $5, it was worth $6.50. Last of Us Remastered picked up for $6, it was worth $6.50. Call of Duty Modern Warfare I picked up for $10, it was worth $19.50. And then out of my collection, I also sacrificed Ghostbusters on the Xbox 360 and Amex vs. ATV All Out Anniversary Edition. So those I'm not going to attach values on because I bought them a long time ago. But I ended up getting about $58 in credit for those games, which is pretty solid. I only paid $33, so I got almost double based on what I paid. And with those, I was able to pick up a couple new release games from GameStop with almost all credit. I did have to pay, I think, $3 out of pocket, but honestly, that's not that big of a deal. Of course, the main game of the week, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on the Switch. I am excited to play this. It looks fun. Paid $60 with mostly credit. It's worth $60 because it's a new release game. And then the other new release game I picked up is the Hotline Miami collection on the Switch. This is a collection of Hotline Miami 1 and 2 put on the Switch, which seems like the perfect platform to play these games on. And again, I paid basically $3 out of pocket for this, and it's worth $30 because it's a brand new release game. That's the new release stuff. Let's get to the other stuff that I found at pawn shops and at GameStop. So for starters, now this was a game that pretty much the entire week I wanted to find a way to keep this because I paid a good price for it, and it's a game that is absolutely worth owning for the price that I paid, but it was also worth a lot in trade-in, so I wanted to see, could I make up for it without trading in this game? It turns out I could. I picked up Luigi's Mansion 3 in chip-only form on the Switch. I only paid $20 out of pocket, and it's worth $37 loose. So I'm very happy that I was able to hold on to Luigi's Mansion 3, so this is going into collection. Now I just need to find a way to track down a case for it. But I have Luigi's Mansion 3, and I'm planning on holding on to it for a while. The other random loose game that I picked up from a different pawn shop was Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects on the PSP. I don't own a PSP, but I enjoyed this game on console, and I figured, well, for $2, it's worth picking up, especially because I might have a PSP at one point. I paid $2 for this out of pocket. It's worth $11, so solid value bump regardless. But I'm going to keep that just in case I end up getting a PSP. Alright, so the rest of these are all from GameStop, from different packages and deals, and I think I did pretty well overall on them. We're going to start off with Collection of Mana. Yes, this is the second time I bought this game in this series. This time I hopefully will keep it. I'm not going to talk about much more than that. I paid $15 for it this time, and it is worth $19, so a nice bump in value there. Next up, and this was another big score, along with Luigi's Mansion, this was probably the other really big score I had. It is loose, but even loose, it's hard to find this game on sale. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the remake on the Switch. It did come in a generic case, but that's not the end of the world. I paid $9 for it because of various promos. I'm not sure it was supposed to be discounted as much as it was because it was originally on sale for like $17, and then when I got a couple extra promos, it went down to $9. It went half price. So $9 for a first-party Switch game, even in loose condition, is pretty darn good. It's worth $36, so like Luigi's Mansion, it has a lot of value, so very solid addition. So I got 2 first-party Zelda games this week and didn't pay much at all for them. I mean, technically I paid $9 if you don't include the trade-ins, so pretty good there. Now we got our first 2 PS4 games. Now these were all part of a lot where I bought 5 PS4 games and got 2 for free. I showed you 3 of them already, so here are the other 2. We have Genesis Alpha 1 on the PS4. Looks interesting. It's like action, first-person shooter, shipbuilding. I don't know much about it, but it looks kind of cool. I paid $10 for this. It's worth $11. So actually, no, I didn't pay anything for this. This was one of the freebies, but it's worth $11. So worth more than what I paid for everything else. And then the other game I got for the PS4 lot is Battle Chasers Night War. I wish this one was complete. It's not, but it's got the disc and everything's in decent shape. Looks pretty fun. Paid $10, it's worth $9, so a slight loss, but that's okay. I mean, I've done pretty darn well on all of these so far, so happy there. Now we have all of our Xbox games. 3 of these I got together. They were kind of just a pre-owned lot. One of them was included in the PS4 lot because I needed another filler. And then 2 of them were brand new, and that's how I got Link's Awakening for so cheap. So we're gonna start off with a game that was on sale pretty heavily. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout on the Xbox One. It looks like a fun co-op third-person action adventure game. I've seen it at Walmart and a few other stores, but it's usually not that cheap. I only paid $9 out of pocket for this. Actually, I'm wrong. It was on sale for $9. I paid $7 out of pocket for this. It's worth $20, so another very strong bump in value for a fairly new game. I mean, as you can see, it's listing the Xbox Series X, so it can't be older than, you know, November, December of 2020. So pretty happy with that. Nice addition to the collection. Next up, we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD on the Xbox One. This was another game that normally you can't find cheaper than $20, and I found it on sale on Gamestop.com for $8. It's worth $12. So another decent bump. It looks fun. I've never played the Monkey Ball games before. I'm excited for the new one coming out. I have that pre-ordered on the Switch. The Switch version was $10 more to pick this version up, so I figured I'll get the Xbox version, and then I'll play the new one on the Switch. So, nice little addition. These were the 2 new release games that I picked up. One of them was actually sealed, and then the other one was GameStop new, so it had like the little extra seal. First, we have Chivalry 2 on the Series X. It is a multiplayer online medieval warfare action game. Looks pretty fun. I'm excited to play it. This game is really new. Like, it came out maybe a month ago, if that. It was on sale for $30, and it's worth $30, so solid pickup. I mean, it's nice to pick up a game for at least what it's worth. Next, we have Biomutant, which is a game I'm excited to play. I heard it was pretty good. It got kind of mixed reviews, but the things that people talked about that they enjoyed, I think I'll enjoy. It looks pretty fun. This is also a fairly new release game. It came out at the end of May, and it was already on sale for $40. It's worth $39, so not bad. I'll take it. Then the last 2 games. First, and this is a game that you already know where it's going, because I have a whole series devoted to this type of game. Balan Wonderworld on the Xbox One. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. This game is going to be featured on Let's Play Bad Games. It came out like in, I think, end of April, early May. It's a fairly new game, and it was already on sale. I think GameStop had it for like $17.99, and I paid less than that. I paid $15 for it. It's worth $35, so now that value might be a little inflated because a lot of places aren't selling it for that cheap yet, but I think a lot of retailers are just trying to get out of this game because it's not selling well. But yeah, I have Balan Wonderworld on Xbox, so there you go. And then last but certainly not least, we have Wasteland 2 on the Xbox One. This was another one that I picked up as kind of a filler title because I needed to hit a certain threshold, and it was only a $5 game. I only paid $4 for it, and it is worth $9. Busy week. We had a lot of pickups from GameStop. We had some solid pawn shop pickups and a bunch of Switch games. It's never a bad week when you can pick up a whole bunch of Switch games for pretty good price. I mean, when you consider I picked up 4 box Switch games and 1 loose one and paid less than $60, I think, total for all of them, that's pretty darn good. So I'm very happy at that result. So there you go. That is going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. This series drops on Mondays. And of course, we have tons of gaming series, including our Let's Play of Fast and Furious Crossroads, Let's Play Bad Games, Co-op Theater, Hitman, you name it, we're playing it on the BigCTV channel. You can also watch some co-op streams live if you check out BigCTV on Twitch. I do a lot of co-streaming with Edge of Corey, so if you want to check us out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.